Since its first mainstream introduction in the early 80s, electronic music has grown from a small niche genre to occupying an impressive 7.1% of all record sales globally, with this figure growing fast. Electronic music has fast become a huge part of youth culture, dominating student nightlife and attracting huge audiences worldwide. Constant advances in technology, coupled with easy access to production facilities and software, has led to a steady increase in the number of people attempting to produce their own mixes. This documentary profiles an up-and-coming DJ from Westport, County Mayo, attempting to gain an insight into the life of an electronic music DJ and the challenges he faces in his quest for fame.
Hi, I'm Michael Kelly. I'm 25 years old, from Westport and Mayo originally, now living in Dublin. I've been a resident at 515 and Tripod Friday nights for the past 4 years, and now a resident at Pentagon and Pod, which was formerly known as Download and Crawdaddy. Also, you can catch me on playfmdublin.com every Monday from 6 to 8 p.m. Started DJing when I was 14. I was about 16. First record I bought was a hard dance track, Emedia, Bits and Pieces. Well, initially it was, I went to buy turntables, and I asked the local roadshow to see if they could actually source them for me. So they actually offered me a job, and I started doing teen discos, functions and all sorts. But I guess it was when I was 16 and I actually purchased my own set of decks that I started taking it a bit more seriously. My first gig was, I suppose when I started working the radio show, but kind of club gig would have been when I moved to Dublin, and I got a residency with 515, which first of all kicked off in the Pod, would have been about 4 years ago. I try not to take like influence off to other people. I try to set my own standard, but it's mostly house, kind of tech house, deep house, and some techno that I generally play, kind of basic minimal kind of stuff. I use a digital format, which would be a laptop and a really MIDI controller, and I just try to keep to that. Well, I have a radio show every Monday, and I'd have to have 2 hours of a show put together, so I consider that mostly as my practice.
Such a nice track, Sound Exile, featuring George and Maria Pensy. The track is called Calling You, and it's the Baudelaire remix. Such a nice track. Before that, we DJ T's new one. It's called Try to Understand. There's a couple of nice remixes out there of that as well.
Well, between the show, it kind of keeps me on my, with the radio show, it keeps me on my toes. I would familiarise with myself with all the tracks, but generally before a gig, I would, I'd either listen to a few new tracks to see what's kind of big at the minute, and familiarise myself with the tracks I'm going to play on the night, and that's pretty much my preparation work. How often would I gig? Well, generally, it all depends. I'm getting quite a good few bookings now at the minute. I'd like to say that I'd have a gig every week, but sometimes I might have a weekend off. Biggest gig I'd have to have played was Electric Picnic back in 2008. I still count that as the biggest gig I've ever played. And also, I suppose, my birthday bash, which was only a couple of months ago in Crawdaddy, where I actually headlined the gig, and I had so many good friends there and everything. It was just a really, really good gig. So that has to be well up there as well. A good DJ has to be passionate about what they do, and it's all about the music really. Of course, you have to be able to mix and whatnot, but it's pretty much down to the tracks that you play. Within the next year, well, I'm going to be going into the studio with Dave De Valera, who was running Download and Crawdaddy, and I hope to have a good few tracks under my name. I'm just back from Poland. I spent the New Year over there, and I'm going to be heading back there at the end of the month as well for 2 gigs. And also I'm supporting, I suppose one of my biggest fans. Like I've really liked the DJ for a long time, Loco Dice in Tripod on the 19th of February as well. So I'd like to get a couple more gigs under my belt, maybe get involved in a few more different nights, and obviously get a few tracks out there. 5 years, I'd like to have a house in Ibiza and possibly spend a few seasons out there. But obviously get plenty of tracks out there. Wishful thinking would be to have an actual record label of my own. Possibly have a national radio show, and I guess just have my own club nights and just have plenty going on. And it's my full-time job really.